Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new, thank you for giving me a try. My name is Morgan Danielle, and in today's video, I'm finally planning to get to 10 years post Accutane Journey. And boy, has it been a long one. So if you're interested about that, please keep watching. So let's start from the beginning. I have always experienced acne pretty much my entire life. I got boobs in second grade, and by fourth grade, we were having acne, okay? Like, I have always experienced things a little bit earlier than what the quote-unquote average is. However, but we have now figured out how to manage it. So, I have always had a little bit of breakouts. My mom said she even seen bumps on me when I was a baby. So, like, this is something that I have pretty much always dealt with. And we get to middle school is when it really hit that I had like severe acne. And I'll probably put a picture up here. I put it in a old vlog. If you want to check that out, I kind of go into like my skincare routine now. But picture right here from when I was in the thick of it, okay? And this picture was taken in middle school. So at this point, I started going to the dermatologist in middle school. And first rounds of everything with a dermatologist is, let's try topicals. And I've tried every topical you can imagine, all the tretinols, all the things you can imagine about cream. It's been on this face. Now, I will say, being that young, I can admit consistency was never a thing I practiced. So like maybe it probably worked, but because I wasn't as regimented as I should have been, I didn't get the results I desired. But like we stuck with it, and I still did it for like all of middle school. So like 6th, 7th, and 8th grade was just topicals and oral medication with my dermatologist, trying to figure out what would work for me. Then we get to high school. And at this point, I am desperate. My acne is getting worse. Nothing's working. I have moments of calm acne and then hyperinflammation, hyperpigmentation, just like severe breakouts. And they were starting to become painful. I started to get acne on my lips. And to me, that is the worst place you can get bumps. I've had acne all over this face, and like the eyebrows pretty tough, the nose is always sucky, but the lip, like the around the lips getting acne, especially the line of the lips, it's nothing I can describe. It makes you tear up instantly when you have to pop a bump around your lip lines. Man, it is just the worst. So I started to experience that in high school, and I was so desperate that I tried the tried and true, famous, well-known Proactive. Now with Proactive, it worked for me. And I mean, I saw like drastic changes where my skin calmed down. It was something that agreed with my skin. And I was like, finally. And back then, Proactive was expensive. By the time I got on it, you no longer had to order it online. You could go to your mall, and they had those kiosks where you could just order it and right then and there, and it drops for you. So like all through, I'm going to say 10th grade through senior year, I was doing the Proactive. We were committed to Proactive, and it was working until it wasn't, man. And then it just seemed to get snowball into it getting worse. Like I just couldn't get a true grasp on what was going on with my skin. And again, through all this time, I'm still going to the dermatologist. I'm still getting put on higher steroids, higher tretinols. And it would just be like my skin would fight back. It'd take it for the moment, subside, if I became hormonal, if I got on my cycle, if I ate too much sugar, if I breathed to the left and looked to the right, I was gonna get some bumps. Nothing could truly get it to calm down. And so then once I got to high school and I started to become obsessed with makeup once I hit high school. And it made me have a sense of confidence because, you know, kids are cruel. And I already, was a thick child as I've always been, but like I wanted to blend in. I didn't want to be known as crater face, which I think is so rude, but like it's a reality of when you're in adolescence. Like people call you crater face, pimple face, anything rude to make you feel bad about yourself. So then I became infatuated with makeup, how to make myself feel pretty, covering up my acne. And they always say the best thing for makeup is a solid foundation. Well, baby, we didn't have that. Okay, we were putting pavement on top of potholes. I had all kind of things going on, but the foundation, I would just use full coverage foundation, and it would really like take away the redness. It wasn't as distracting. As we all know, everybody uses makeup when you have like a situation, or like you even see actresses on movies, like they have a breakout and you see they've put makeup on and you see the bump, but like you don't see the discoloration. So that's kind of what I was going for in high school, and I got away with it. I mean, I wasn't bullied for my acne. A lot of my friends say, I don't even remember you having acne like that. And I'm like, well, that's the power of makeup, because I do appreciate that. But however, it was a severe insecurity because, it never was who I am. I'm waking up earlier for school to put on some makeup to make myself feel better. And although that time was great, and I still love makeup, I'm not into it as heavy as I was, because my skin is much better now, and I feel more confident in my skin that I'm in now. Doesn't mean I don't love a good makeup. Like, get it how you get it. If it makes you feel great, I'm all here for it. But like, I'm just being honest. By the time I was in high school, I became a MUA professionally, baby. I was fixing up my face. And so we graduate high school. I have tried every topical my dermatologist could think of, every oral thing my dermatologist could prescribe. I was off of Proactive at this point. I was washing my face. Now, I will say, pro tip, the only way you're going to see results is if you are consistent. And that is something I had to learn through this journey. I didn't get that serious until I was in college. I had experienced acne literally from like 10 years old until I was 18, and I was never 100% consistent. I do good for 3 months, go right back down. I do good for a week, go right back down. Like, I was very inconsistent. And with anything, if you're not consistent, you're not going to see the results you truly desire. So I did have to learn that the hard way. But we fast forward and we're in college now. Freshman year of college, I'm, kind of down on myself about my acne. My mom's trying to help me and telling me, like, what's going on? Asking me, feeling like it's not going away. And so then I finally talked to my dermatologist, and I'm like, this is not working. Is there anything else you have in mind that would work? And she told me, she said, our last option will be Accutane. And then she goes through the perimeters of all the things that entail. You have to get blood work done. Every time it's time to get prescribed, you have to go to the website and answer the questionnaire. You have to be on 2 forms of birth control. If you do decide to get pregnant, you got to realize they're not going to be liable for it, because Accutane is a direct con to pregnancy. If you get pregnant, it's almost guaranteed your baby's going to have some form of defect. And that's the high risk of being on Accutane. It's like you have to commit to not wanting to get pregnant. Now, they did say the average person being on Accutane was 3 to 6 months. My acne was so bad that I was on Accutane for 8.5 months, y'all. So like, When I say I had tried everything, I had tried everything. I was even out of the box of normal. If 6 months is the longest that they typically do, and I gave you 2.5 more weeks of, 2 more months and 2 more weeks of time of me needing to be on Accutane, I just want to let you know how bad my acne was, y'all. So then we go from freshman year, I'm on Accutane. Freshman year of college, I'm on Accutane. The biggest the biggest side effect I experienced was severe shedding. Accutane goes directly for your oil glands and pretty much dries them 100% off, and it causes your skin to shed profusely, getting away that dead skin and the hyperpigmentation that has set into your skin long term, and scarring and all things. You are shedding like a snake constantly, and there was no moisturizer that would 100% cure it. And it would be probably about every 2 hours you would need to put on more moisturizer. Like, it just was the inevitable. I could not stop shedding, and it sucks. However, I would do it over again so I can have the results I have today. I dealt with extremely dry nose. That was a side effect that I had, where I had to put Vaseline in my nose constantly because of, again, the oil glands being dried out from the Accutane. I had no moisture in my nose. My lips were extremely dry. The only thing that worked for my lips while I was on Accutane was Blistex, and I swear by it to this day. But I'm a Carmex girly now, just because I don't need the severity of the medication chapstick. But I love Blistex. It's tried and true. It works so well. So if you are on the journey at the moment, get those things. Get you some Vaseline. If your nose is dry, I'm telling you, it changes it. You go to sleep with Vaseline in your nose, and don't clog your nose, but just like get a Q-tip, dip it, put some Vaseline on it, and get in your nose, and just coat your nostrils so that you're not bleeding, because it would crack. Your nose can crack just like your lips. Same thing. Get you some Blistex, some Carmex, some Burt's Bees, whatever you gotta use. Put it on your lips. And the only thing that worked for me, because I could not put lotion on my face because it would break out. That just, since I was a kid, I could never have lotion on my face because I would break out. And I told my dermatologist that, and she prescribed me Vanity Cream. It's over the counter. You can get it at Walmart, Target, Walgreens, CVS. I typically buy mine from Walgreens, but just get the Vanity Cream. They have a lotion and they have a cream. If you need a thicker consistency, get the cream. I use the lotion just because I run hot, and if I have something that compacted on my skin, I will start to sweat. So the cream is a little too heavy for me, so I do the lotion. And literally that would be the only thing that would take to my skin, kind of like the shedding, like it would just take to the skin and not be severely dry. However, like I told you, had like a 2-hour window max, and I would be shedding on this side, peeling on my cheeks. Like, you have to re-up on the moisturizer throughout the day. And it is a bit embarrassing because, you think you look normal. You finally go to the restroom and you see a patch of your skin peeling, or your nose lifting, or you literally can look down and just do this and you see dead skin coming off. It's not that fun during that time. But I'm telling you, the results, you will love it. And if you are suffering with acne as long as I've had, you just know it's a part of the course, because you want the final results. So I'm sure if you clicked on this video, you are on Accutane or you're considering it. Just know it gets better. But that is pretty much the journey with Accutane. You're going to be extremely dry. Luckily, it doesn't really affect any other parts of your body. Like, your arms don't get severely dry. You don't have elbows, knees, ankles, those kind of things. I'm speaking for me personally. I didn't experience that. However, but even your dermatologist will tell you it pretty much attacks the face. Is exactly what it pretty much goes to, and it just dries you out to drop all that dead skin, and then you have a new baby skin. So then, post Accutane, I want to get into some things that will change the game and keep your skin clear after Accutane is over, and you got to kick it into a lifestyle change of what's going to work for you forever. My number one tip: change those sheets. I'm telling you, you got 2 weeks max. You need to change those sheets. That pillowcase you're sleeping on every night, you gotta change it, because you got a clean face and you're gonna put it on a dirty pillow. Clean face, dirty pillow. Clean face, dirty pillow. That combination will get you some pimples. So change those sheets once a week if you can't. If you can't, once every 2 weeks, change those sheets. You will see a difference in your skin just off of that action alone if you commit to changing your sheets. If you wear anything for your hair, like I wear a bonnet, make sure to wash your bonnets. Y'all, I wear a do-rag, I wear bonnets, we wear scarves. As a black woman, you know you gotta wrap your hair. Wash those bonnets. And I probably could do even better. I probably wash mine. I have so many bonnets that I can get away with a little bit longer because I rotate out bonnets. But like, seriously, I would say every time you wash your clothes, throw the bonnet in with the clothes and wash the bonnet, because I'm telling you, having that on your forehead, having that on your neck, behind your ears, if you get acne anywhere around those areas, the bonnet is just an oil capturing compartment. It is just a big old oily cloth that you're always putting on your face. You're going to break out if you do not wash it, especially if you have forehead acne. I'm telling you, washing your bonnet will help you so much with not having sporadic flares of acne. Next thing I want to recommend is less is more. And when I'm saying that, I'm talking about your regimen. I do think you should consult your dermatologist and see what she recommends for your skin, because she knows your skin. She's studying your skin. But when I tell you wash, tone, moisturize, that's all you need. I went through a severe stage of K-beauty, and I still use a lot of Korean beauty, don't get me wrong, but I have simplified my regimen so much, because at one time I was having like a 7-step routine: washing, toning, there was some kind of serum, jelly serum, and then a vitamin C serum, and then a moisturizer, and then eye cream, and all the things. You can't do that. You are overloading your pores. And coming from personal experience where I have tried it all, less is more. And if you say you have 7 days and you're committed to doing your routine, your 3 steps: clarify, tone, moisturize, you do those 7 days, and then you want to do 2 days throughout the week of severe skincare. You're doing the serums, you're doing the oils, you're doing the masks, you're doing the night creams, you're doing the red light therapy. That's fine. You know, your skin can definitely take that probably once or twice a week. But if it's going to be your everyday routine, I just don't recommend it for someone that has acne prone skin. If you don't have acne prone skin, listen to your Korean beauties. But if you are watching this video and you have gotten this far to Accutane, you're with the acne prone skin people. Hi, that's me. I'm telling you, less is more. Your skin will thank you. You will thank you, because you won't have to be in the bathroom as long doing a step-by-step regimen that takes at least 10 minutes. You know, your regimen will be cut down to like 3 to 5 minutes. It's great. I'm telling you, once you figure out what works for you. I use CeraVe for my cleanser. I use Metacube and black rice toner for my toner, and I use the Vani Cream moisturizer with mixed with an oil, which is a black rice oil by the same Korean brand as my toner. Put that with my moisturizer, and that's it. That is my whole routine. And I'm now 10 years post Accutane, and I finally, within the last, I'm gonna say, solid 5 years, have gotten down my skin. Now, remember, Accutane is not a cure-all. You are going to have flare-ups. When I'm on my period, sometimes I get a pimple. When I'm stressed, sometimes I get a pimple. But if you come from the world of the picture that I just popped up, where you have acne all over your face, you can deal with one pimple. You can deal with two pimples. You will hate 3 pimples, but you will remember it's not 30 pimples. You know, if you had it all over your face, you know what I'm talking about. 3 pimples is a cakewalk. We got this. But just remember, you have to be consistent. That is my number one key. Consistency, and change those sheets. If you don't want to take anything from this video, please take that. Change your pillowcases. They recommend silk pillowcases. I personally have tried it. I can't commit to it. I like a regular pillowcase. So for me, that means changing my sheets regularly. If you can commit to a silk pillowcase, still change that, because it is just like a bonnet. It's going to absorb all the oils from your hair, your face, any moisturizer, any skincare that you do put on your face. That silk sheet is going to absorb it. So please wash those sheets. And now that I'm 10 years post Accutane, I'm telling you, it gets better. Let me be your light at the end of the tunnel. Look at my face now. It's still skin. I still have imperfections. It's not going to be, glass skin like some of our beautiful Korean people have. I'm not going to be blessed with that, because if we're at this point, you had severe acne, your skin is still going to be skin. Your skin's still going to have flare-ups. But compared to what I was dealing with, y'all, we have come a long way. So just know that it does get better and things do work out for you. You just have to be consistent. If you made it this far in the video, please give me a thumbs up. Tell me any comments you want to know. If you have any questions, if you want to know if maybe something I didn't touch on, please comment down below and I will get back to you. But just know that it does get better. I'm living proof that if you do the things, it's going to work out for you. And sometimes you may have to go on it more than once. My aunt, she's had to go on Accutane twice. So just know that there are going to be bumps in the road, but you can get through it. I promise. And drink that water like those people say. I suck at that. I'm trying to do better. But you got this. So thank you so much for making it this far in the video. I'm super appreciative of you giving me your time. I know you can choose any video in the world to give your minutes to, and I'm so appreciative that you chose to stick around and click on my video. I hope you're having a beautiful day, a beautiful night, wherever you are in the world, and I hope to see you soon, because I will be back. Bye!